Hey, I'm Dave Phantom with the Body Form Personal Training Fitness Bootcamps. This is Kerry Purcell. One of the biggest questions that I get is people wanting information on supplements, and it's a very, very big category, and people have all kinds of emotional issues, and they like the taste of things, and they don't like the taste of things, and what works doesn't work, and it's best if Kerry Purcell is going to present on this. She's a registered nurse and a developing health coach, and she will be presenting over the next couple of weeks a series on supplements, and I will let her take it away. Cool.
Cool.
Perfect, girl.
Hey guys, Kerry Purcell. Working today and talking to you about protein powders. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for about 18 years. I'm a mom of 2 boys, 8 and 10-year-old, and I'm currently working on my health coaching certification. So I hope that with the knowledge that I have in my nursing field, and then also currently working on my health coaching, I'm able to deliver you some information on the facts about protein powders that can help you with your exercise regimen and hopefully help you feel better on a day-to-day basis. So like I said, we're going to talk about protein powders, and I did do some studying myself to get information for you guys. And while I was getting all this information together to present to you guys, I just got overwhelmed with all the information that is on the internet. Of course, there's tons of information on the internet. So I just kind of pulled bits and pieces that I thought would be factual for you and I to benefit from. So first off, protein powders come in 2 separate categories. You have your animal-based proteins, and then you've got your plant-based proteins. So first I'm going to start with animal-based, because I think there's a lot more information out there on them, and they're just more popular and used more. So first we have whey proteins, and what whey comes from is the whole milk product, and they isolate all the proteins out of milk to give you a protein powder. And while they do that, they take away all the carbohydrates and the fat out of the protein or the milk product, just to deliver you the actual protein that you're getting. And then there's whey that comes from milk, and then there's also casein that comes out of milk. And casein is actually makes up about 80% of the protein that is in the milk product, with the whey being the 20% leftover that's in the protein of milk. Even though there's 2 different types of proteins that come out of milk, they are both digested very differently. Whey is very fast digesting, whereas the casein is slower digesting. So what I've learned with that, I've never taken casein protein at all, but what I've learned with that is that a lot of bodybuilders use casein as a supplement at nighttime. So while they're sleeping, their body continues to recover from their great workout that day, and their body continues to recover and make muscle, since they have this long digesting or slow digesting protein in them. Whereas the whey is a very fast digestible protein, and so within an hour or so that protein is digested, and then you're able to move on to eat another meal more easily. The problem with whey and casein protein sometimes is that, since they do come from milk, they're not always tolerated by everyone. I personally cannot take whey, therefore probably casein proteins as well. I have tried whey in the past. It does not agree with me. And that is definitely one of the side effects or negative things about taking whey or casein, is that they are derived from milk. So therefore, if you're lactose intolerant, this is not going to be something that would be a good choice for you to make. The other thing about these proteins is that sometimes you get lots of additives into these proteins, such as artificial sweeteners and sugars. So it's really important to label read, and you don't really have to know a great deal of information, but kind of the basic things that you want to look at are how many calories, how many carbs, how much protein and how many sugars are in these products that you're buying. You don't have to be hugely knowledgeable in order to make this a successful product for you. So just kind of ballpark here, all of these supplements, protein supplements, give us about 100 calories, which is nothing. Usually about 20 to 25 grams of protein. And the carbs are anywhere from like 2 to 7 grams of carbohydrates. So we're talking about a really low amount of nutritional support that these guys are giving you, but the benefits of them are to restore muscles after you've worked out, to help with your appetite as well, because if you give yourself a lot of protein, you're not going to have cravings for sugar and carbs such as that when you come home from a workout. You're fueling your body with this so you don't walk into the door and you just start eating a bunch of unnecessary stuff. And I'm saying this because I need to remember these words.
Keep going.
Next we have egg white protein, and it is exactly what it says it is. Very simple. Egg white protein just comes from the egg white. They're able to manufacture it to where it becomes a powder. And when they manufacture it, if you're worried about raw eggs, and that sounds really gross, during the manufacturing process, all of the risk for salmonella poisoning or anything like that are taken out of it because the manufacturing process. So next I have plant-based protein powders. This one in particular is made from pea powder, hemp seed, and cranberry seed, that's the protein in this one. But some very popular plant proteins are, I'll just name them all off, pea, rice, soy, and hemp. Those are your main big ones that come from that they make. So with the plant-based proteins, they tend to be a little bit more easily digestible than your animal-based products. And the other thing about your plant-based is that you need to get a mix of them. Just as your animal-based proteins have all of your essential amino acids, they make a complete protein. When you get your plant-based proteins, one alone cannot be a complete protein. Therefore, you have to start mixing them. And that's why this one is a mix of 3 different ones: pea protein, hemp, and cranberry. So that's the important thing about if you go the plant-based, is to make sure you get a mixture of your proteins. And generally they're all sold as a mixture, so it's easy. The important thing is to just try out protein supplements. Figure out which one works for you. This does not work for me. It might work for you, but it doesn't work for me. I switched and I'm using this, but now with all the information that I've been learning, I'm going to switch and try a plant-based protein. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, but this is a different option for me to try. And I might find benefits using this one that I haven't gotten from using this one. And the other really cool thing about me asking you to try one of these is that you can generally buy them in little packets. So you're not buying a whole canister, because this isn't necessarily inexpensive by any means, but you can find some great deals on this. But you can sample whatever it is that you would like in a sample packet, and they're usually about $2 or $3. So that's kind of a wrap on a couple of protein facts for you guys. I hope this helps you some, and I'm always interested to hear feedback from you guys. What do you try? Is there one that you're really pushing, that you love to drink every day, that you're telling all of your friends about? If so, share with us or comment and let us know. And if you have any questions, always put that in your comments. Dave and I would love to answer your questions. But I hope this gives you some information that works for you. Take what you need, leave behind the rest that you don't. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.